Well, the Iraqi government announced that it has retaken Hawija and surroundings. It was a pretty fast operation with efforts to retake hundreds of villages surrounding Hawija, which is one of the final strongholds of the Islamic State group in Iraq. And then last Friday, the second phase began to actually retake the town itself. Now, I was on the southeastern front lines of the operation on Saturday, a day after the forces began to actually enter the city. And the commander of the Shia militia that we were with told us that he expected this to be a pretty fast operation. Now, of course, in total, 2 weeks have gone by since the operation began. And the reason why it has been so fast is, first of all, that this is a pretty big area, but it's also a pretty open space that allows, for example, coalition airstrikes to support the ground troops, and it also allows the ground troops to use a lot of heavy artillery to advance faster. And the second reason is that it looks like there was not as much opposition from the Islamic State group as they would have expected. 2,000 fighters were supposed to be inside the town itself, but as the forces were advancing, sources told me that, in fact, they were not getting as much resistance as they had expected. Now, of course, there are tens of thousands of civilians that were believed to be trapped inside the city, which is a factor that would have certainly complicated the liberation of the town. There were concerns by the United Nations that these civilians could, as was the case with Mosul, be caught up between the two forces, but so far it seems that the forces have in fact entered the town and have liberated it, and it remains to be seen what happens next.